Welcome to the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Reynolds. This is Season 4, Episode 25 of the podcast. The topic of this week's newsletter is the new Mix and Break It Down features in Flocabulary. Through the Mix, students will get a direct instruction video and then use the skill to analyze video text. Through Break It Down, students will use that knowledge to clip the correct answer out of a video. In TikTok Tech, Liz from @teachingandtacos with a Z has a video demonstrating how to build collaboration and critical thinking skills through a non-tech maze activity. In Tech Refresh, I'm going to reintroduce you to the K-6 math curriculum, BoddleLearning. We've got a lot to get to, so let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in. In this week's newsletter, I'm going to reintroduce you to BoddleLearning. I'm going to tell you about a new update to Flocabulary, and I'm going to show you a non-tech related item in TikTok Tech, which is why I've renamed it this week only as TikTok Hands-On. In TikTok Hands-On, Liz from @teachingandtacos on TikTok demonstrates a 5x5 maze that she creates for students. The way that she does it, and again, this is hands-on, so there's no tech-related items involved here. She creates a 5x5 maze on the floor using painter's tape. You need some sort of bell or buzzer or ringer or something, and then tape measure so that the boxes are all the same size. Then, from her perspective, you make the maze solution. So let me show you what the maze solution might look like. Here's an example of what the maze solution would look like. So you have it, and as the students move through the maze one at a time, if they get the maze part wrong, so for example, if this student moved up one and then up a second time, you would hit the buzzer and the student would have to go back to the end of the line. The way this works is the students are only allowed to be in the maze one at a time. And you can choose how you want to do this, if you want it to be a silent activity for students, if you want them to use gestures, how you want the students, you can kind of make up the rules as you go along. And I shouldn't say make up the rules as you go along. You would set the rules for the students before they start the maze. But a couple of ways that you could work this. You could modify the difficulty depending on the student's grade level. Again, try it with no talking. You could try it students with hand gestures. But the idea here is the students to work collaboratively and use some critical thinking skills to make sure that everyone in the class gets through the maze safely. One misstep, you tap your bell, and the student has to go back to the end of the line. Nobody's out for the remainder of the game. It's just go to the end of the line. And the idea is the students are, again, working together as a group, and then also critically thinking about where they need to move in the maze to have everyone successfully move through. A couple of other items as I looked through her comment section that some people had suggested is they had suggested using painter's tape, of course, but they'd also said try to find a tarp, because then you can put the tape on the tarp, or you can use a permanent marker and draw things on the tarp. Then that way you can just fold the tarp up and use it again at a later time. You don't have to retape the carpet or retape the floor. You can just pull out the tarp and use that again at another point. They also suggested maybe trying a twister board and use that as an option, but any sort of tarp or shower curtain and some other tape or marker so that you can pull it out and use it in other activities would be a great way to do it. Click on the video in the newsletter, again, @teachingandtacos with a Z on TikTok, and it's just the 5x5 maze for students. Now, let's take a look at Tech Refresh. In Tech Refresh, now that state testing is either completed or just about completed, I wanted to provide this opportunity to reintroduce BoddleLearning, something that can easily be done over the next 6 weeks of school. And what it is it is a K-6 math website. And what you do on the site is you create assignments based on standards. Minnesota standards are on the website. You can track students' performance on those created assignments or just their overall ability on the platform. You can help use the platform to address specific learning gaps for the students. Then the fun part for the students, though, the fun part for the educators is being able to create the assignments, address the learning gaps, and track student performance. The fun for the students comes as they earn coins playing with their characters, and the characters that they have then through those coins, you can design their living space and buy clothes for the Boddle character. BoddleLearning.com. In the newsletter, I have linked my 10-minute demonstration video that I went over back in February on how to use it. In this demonstration, I'm just going to go through a quick 2-minute demonstration of the website. This is the website BoddleLearning.com. If you want to head here and learn a little bit more, you can do that. Otherwise, in the top right-hand corner, you have parent and teacher login. Once you've logged into the dashboard, you just enter your classroom, and then from your classroom, you can easily create assignments, So what you do is you're on your class dashboard. You want to create assignment, label it, hit your next step, select your students. I don't have any students in my class at this point, so I'll just select all students. And then you search for a skill. And again, you can search by standards. Just find your state. Here's some Minnesota academic standards. Choose your grade level and pick your standard. Very straightforward. Once you're done with that, you just go to your next step and you set the parameters of the assignment and you're ready to go. If you're a teacher and want to test it out, in the bottom left corner is Preview Game. Once the students arrive on their dashboard, this is their Boddle character. They can go into their backpack and they can dress their character. So any outfits that you might have, you just put the outfit back on your character by equipping it. You can get all kinds of other accessories for their head, for their eyes. You also have furniture for your house that you can put into your house. When students have assignments, those will show up in the bottom left-hand corner. They can also look at the assignment tab where it says here the number 2. If students have enough knowledge points, I have 13 out of 15, they can go to the arcade and play some of the arcade games to earn more coins. Or if they just want to start answering questions to earn coins, they can hit the play button to answer questions. If students head to the shop, every day they have the opportunity to collect free coins. They can also then use their coins to purchase any outfits or furniture that might be new for that day. Finally, students can add their friends on their buddy list so they can see their scores and be able to compete against the students in the arcade. That is just a quick demonstration of BoddleLearning. Again, if you want a full tutorial, it's about 10 minutes. Just go ahead and click the video in the newsletter this week and you'll be able to get a longer tutorial of BoddleLearning to see exactly how to create an assignment and see all of the different features that the students would have on their student dashboard. Now it's time to get into the main idea of the newsletter this week, and we are talking about a new feature that is available in the paid district school version of Flocabulary, and it's called Mix and Break It Down. If you click on the title where it says New Flocabulary Mix and Break It Down, it will take you to a blog post that will give you a little bit more information about the new feature in Flocabulary. And anybody that has a school district paid version of Flocabulary, they are going to get access to this new feature free until September 15th. So using the Flocabulary Mix pairing experience, students and teachers pair a skill video with a video text to create what Flocabulary is calling a mix. In the mix, the videos play back to back. So the students see the skill video, and then after that they push play, and then they see the video text. The skill video is going to provide direct instruction and a lens through which students will watch and then analyze the video text. Skill videos are short videos that feature a host providing direct instruction, and the direct instruction is spoken, not rapped like you would typically find in a Flocabulary video. And they are given direct instruction of key comprehension skills, including main idea, making inferences, theme, author's purpose, and characters. And these videos work for grades K through 8. Video text, though, those are hip-hop videos made to be analyzed using the skill that was provided in the skill video. The video texts are engaging nonfiction and fiction hip-hop videos that cover diverse topics ranging from science and social studies to original and existing fiction, art, technology, and music. So after students watch the skill video and the video text, it's time to have them try the Break It Down activity. And this is a new tool where students analyze using the Break It Down feature. So students are guided through an analysis of the video text that they just watched using the skill that they learned in the first video. Students are invited to practice comprehension skills in a unique and engaging way through multiple choice questions, an interactive text evidence gathering tool, and then with that tool, students are literally directed to select a clip from the video text to support the answer that they gave for the question. And then they are provided with an open-ended question to explain their connection between the answer and the evidence that they clipped out. So in the newsletter this week, at the very bottom of the description of this Mix and Break It Down activity, there is a short video that you can watch, and it tells you what's new with Flocabulary Mix and Break It Down. On the right-hand side, you can see that there is a GIF of the skill video and a GIF of the Break It Down activity. And if you click on those, they will open up a little bit larger so you can see the GIF in a larger format. Otherwise, if you click the title where it says New Flocabulary Mix and Break It Down, you'll be taken to the blog post where you can also see these GIFs and read a little bit more about this new feature. The Flocabulary blog post is actually very comprehensive. So as you just scroll through, it'll give you a brief overview of what it is, why they've developed it, and how it will help your students strengthen the various skills that they are demonstrating through the skill videos. You can also find the video embedded on the blog post, and then they will tell you exactly how the Flocabulary Mix works. So you can see that there are videos across the top, and they are listed based on grade level. You choose the skill listed at each grade level area. And you can also, if you want to pull videos from various grade levels, you can. You don't have to just stick to the grade level that you teach. But you're just finding the skill video based on the grade level, and then after that, you are going to pull out the video text. It is the next part. I'll show you how this works. Here's the Flocabulary site. Now, up in the main toolbar at the top of the screen, you'll see Mixes, and it says New next to it. So I click on that, and then as I scroll down, you'll see the different skill videos available. I can choose the drop down, I can choose a grade, and then I can also pull the next drop down and I can choose what skill I'm looking for. So there's, at the 3rd grade level, for example, there's the author's purpose, a central message, and character traits. I find the video I want. Let's pick central message. It drops it into the bottom, and you can see here, there's my skill listed. Then I click on select next video, and I can go through, and it provides me 2 options for the videos that are talking about a central message. So let's just look at the Emperor's New Clothes video. I'm going to add that so you can see now central message, Emperor's New Clothes, skill, and video text. I'm going to create my mix. You can see the video that plays here. Then on the left-hand side, I've got the video mix. I have vocab cards based on this activity, a vocab game, and then after that, it is break it down. I'm going to click on the break it down activity. Here is the break it down activity. So you can see are the different questions that they are asking. So the first question is, what is the central message of the Emperor's New Clothes? Students answer a multiple choice question. Then they are to find one clip from the video that shows the central message. There is a learn how button, so it will demonstrate to the students how they are to do that. They clip a specific part from that Emperor's New Clothes video to demonstrate the central message. And then question number 1C is, how does this clip that you chose show the central message? So they need to explain, based on the clip that they chose, how that pertains to the central message. It's very easy for students to clip out, so they just grab this little dragging part here, they drag it to trim. When they have the message that they want, they just save their clip. Very simple. It tells the teacher what clip they chose from 1:04 to 1:16. So a short little clip, and then I explain my answer here. And then when students are done, they just click the submit button. A very simple and straightforward way for you to provide a new type of assignment to the students. There are also some teacher resources. So you can see here some vocabulary that the teachers can pull out. There are some handouts that you can print out, some printable activities here that you have available for yourself. And then it also will tell you how it is aligned to specific standards. When you're ready for this, you just click the assign button. And then here you can, if you have classes that are already managed in Flocabulary, you can just click the class that you want to assign this Flocabulary Mix activity to. At the bottom of the blog post, just again, these new features will be available for users with a Flocabulary Plus school or district license. It is good until September 15th. So you have about a couple months here at the end of the school year, and then a little bit at the beginning of the school year next year to try and implement this new mix and break it down activity. The last thing that I want to demonstrate, just because it is close to the end of the year, on the right-hand side, bottom right-hand corner of the newsletter this week, there is a link to a Google slide that provides student-paced lessons by grade and subject. So if you click on that picture in the bottom right corner of the newsletter, it will take you to this Google slide. And what the Google slide is it's just lessons that are based on grade level and subject area. So for example, if you're looking in grades 6 through 8 for a life skills lesson, you just click on this little 6 through 8 here under life skills, and it will take you right to Nearpod, and it will show you exactly the lessons that are available for life skills in grades 6 through 8. So you can look through these, find any that you want, and just easily add it to your library so you can pull out that information and work with students. So again, preparing a resume, job interview basics, managing credit, scams and frauds. Just a really simple, great way for you to dip your toe into Nearpod if it's something that you haven't used a lot, or just something extra that you're looking to do here in the last 6 weeks of school. Again, these are lesson plans that are available based on subject area and grade level. They are Nearpod lessons, or they are Flocabulary lessons as well, based on grades 3 through 5 or 6 through 8, English language arts, grammar, life skills, math, science, social studies, and research. The Nearpod lessons are English language arts, general lessons, life skills, math, science, social studies, and world language. The Nearpod lessons are K through 12. Flocabulary lessons are just 3 through 8. Click on this, give it a whirl, see if there is something in any of these lessons for your grade level and your subject area that you would like to try out here in the last few weeks of school. That's it for this episode of the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I really appreciate you listening to the podcast or watching the video version on YouTube because I know your time is valuable. Please check out the resources to learn about and start using the new features in Flocabulary. You can mix a skill video with video text and take advantage of the new Break It Down Clipping Answer activity. In TikTok Hands-On, Liz from @TeachingAndTacos has a great video demonstrating a maze activity for students that will help them work on collaboration and critical thinking skills. In Tech Refresh, I reintroduce you to the K-6 math website, BoddleLearning. Something new you can try with students now that state testing is done. For more EdTech resources, you can follow me on social media. You'll find me on Twitter @ReynoldsTroy, on Instagram and TikTok @EdNewsstand. If you're listening on any podcast platform and would like to hear more, please like and subscribe to receive updates and have any new episode automatically downloaded for you. You can also revisit my previous episodes on any major podcasting platform like Spotify, Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or Google Podcasts. You can also check out the video version of my podcast over on my YouTube channel and check out any of the other video resources I have available. If you'd like to download my app to have my podcast and newsletters right on your smart device, please check it out at ednewsstand.glideapp.io and save it to your home screen. If you don't want the app but would like to check out my resources, please visit my website at ednewsstand.weebly.com. This is Troy Reynolds, and this is the Ed Newsstand Podcast, hoping you were able to take away at least one idea for your classroom. Please be safe. Until next time.